All right, we back at it again here, and Jagmeet Singh today was asked about the NDP's abysmal polling numbers. Jagmeet Singh says Polyev and Carney want the NDP to disappear so they can give gifts to billionaires and ignore working people. Interesting. So let's have a look at what he's got to say here, and then we'll talk about it after, like usual.
The NDP hasn't polled this low in decades. Some projections show that the NDP is at risk of losing up to three-quarters of the seats you have right now. Your own seat is at
Oof.
risk. After all this time of you as the leader, what do you think it is that you haven't been able to do to turn things around for the party?
This is a very important election. And I know that Mark Carney and Pierre Poilievre would want nothing better than the NDP to disappear so they can continue to give big gifts to the billionaires, to favor rich CEOs, and not have us point out that actually we need an economy that works for working people. I'm sure they would love for us to not point out that
Like
they
truckers?
completely ignored working people. I think Mark Carney would love for me to not be there to point out that a week of him being in prime minister, he's found time to do a whole bunch of other things, but nothing for workers at a time when they're actually worried about losing their jobs and they're already losing their jobs. Nothing. Nothing to improve EI. Nothing to say, hey, if you lose your job in this country, we're going to guarantee that you can keep your roof over your head. You're going to keep food on the table. Nothing. And Pierre Poilievre would like nothing more than you Democrats not to be there to point out you show up to a factory where workers lost their jobs, and you're not going to mention anything for those workers that lost their job. You're going to propose another big tax cut for big corporations. I mean, I'm sure they would like nothing better than that. News for them, news for everybody. We're not going anywhere.
Okay, so let's say Jagmeet Singh's actually being honest, and he really cares about the Canadian worker. Even the truckers he hated and stood idly by while Chrystia Freeland and Justin Trudeau froze people's bank accounts for attending a protest. But apparently he stands with those people, just not when it actually counts. Now, if Jagmeet Singh was actually a serious politician and knew what he was doing and wasn't selfishly holding up an election for his own benefit, his pension, he could actually be in the official opposition right now, which would actually be a good thing for him, considering that right now they're in third place. They could have came in second place, and let me just have a look. Let me just show you this here. So, if we go back, even just a few months ago in November, there's a lot of posters here, like Abacus, who had them tied. 21-21, Main Street, 17-17. Even Nanos had them like within the margin of error, within a couple points. Same with Leger. Angus Reid, 20-20. Abacus, again, 21-20. Ipsos, 21-21. Look at how close it is. And at this point, Jagmeet Singh could have said, hey, listen, I'm going to call an election because, A, I think I can come in second place and actually grow my movement. But that's not what happened. But again, even if you go back even further than that, let's just go back to the summer here. Back in July, again, 23-20 in the margin of error. Most polls have it still some separation. So let's go back to about a year ago. And again, it's they're not tied. There's even a little bit out of the margin of error, but they're still they're in the game. They're close. And once November rolled around, they were right there. They were right there. They could have easily beaten Justin Trudeau. His polling was going down and down and down, and Jagmeet Singh, although was pretty stagnant, was going a little bit in the right direction for his party. And he didn't call an election. Nobody thinks he's serious. Nobody thinks he's doing a good job. Nobody believes him. Even a lot of his so-called loyal followers and supporters are now leaving for the Liberal Party. And what happened after years of weakness? What are they polling at now? Oh, 9, 10, 9, 12. Nanos had them at 16. That's by far the highest they've been at it for a while. Right, with 15 here, Abacus. But I mean, the last couple of weeks here, I mean, it's just been abysmal for them. And again, I don't expect them to stay this low. I think they're going to come back a little bit. I do think the Conservatives are going to come back, especially after the Pierre has a debate with Mark Carney, because I don't think that's going to go well for Mark Carney. But Jagmeet Singh has lost all hope. And not only that, he's not even going to win his own riding. He's down by 22 points. Now again, Carney could also fall off a cliff, make a mistake, get destroyed in the debates, and maybe Jagmeet Singh comes back a little bit. But let's be honest. If you're a fan of the NDP, you should be clamoring right now for a new leader. This guy's an idiot. And now he's got his pension. You think he cares? He doesn't care. It's all he cared about in the first place. The Maserati Marxist who wore gold watches and had Gucci bags as he got into a limo, going home to his mansion. Yeah. This is the guy who's going to fight for the average people. The guy who stood up and supported the Liberals for years is the guy who's going to stand up for workers. Yeah, give me a break. This is why no one takes you seriously. This is why you're likely going to be kicked out of Parliament after the next election, and then the NDP is going to have to find a new leader, and hopefully, finally, they pick a good one. I don't know who that would be. I have a feeling it might actually be Matthew Green. Jagmeet 2.0. Matthew Green is my MP. And I mean, the guy, he's not popular anywhere else but here. I don't know where the NDP is going to go, but the days of having NDP as their leader must be coming to an end, and then maybe we can actually have a viable third-party option. But not likely, though, because they'll probably just choose another WEF puppet, too. But let me know what you think. Do you think I'm a little bit off here? Do you think that Jagmeet Singh's going to stay in Parliament? Do you think the NDP will recover a little bit? Or do you think that Jagmeet Singh, his days are numbered and he's gone? Please don't be shy. I really enjoy what you guys have to say in the comments section. Please also don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really helps grow the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll be back soon with another video.